Chapter 6. Suddenly and without any warning, a strange Sneech germ attacked, and just as suddenly Sneech-Pats began adorning their faces with covers and masks. No one knew precisely from where the germ came. Some said it came from a lab. But it's not a germ to which this story will pertain, or whether safety will come from a jab. Whatever you prioritize from all this strange news, the important part to recognize is just how it was used. "If you go outside, you're dead," the media said. "Better off staying home, stop thinking, stay in bed. And if you fail to do exactly what we've suggested, then we are warning you, you could be arrested." Then Mrs. Obermeyer de idle gossipation saw her neighbor outside without authorization. "She's breaking the rules," gossipation reported. "She should be punished," her friend Karen supported. They reported their neighbor, and to their relief she was hauled away somewhere, or so they were briefed. Dr. Mouchy Mousy said the germ will kill and kill. He'd taken money from his pouchy to give to Luhanville. All over TV, the fear quickly spread as Dr. Mouchy filled Patriotville with dread. Soon every next Sneech-Pat was reporting on each other. This one did that thing, and that one did another. At last no one in Patriotville could trust anyone at all. But over in Capitalville, they were having a ball. "We had spent all the money. Without this, we'd have drowned. This germ is milk and honey. I knew Moros wouldn't let us down." And Moros, that onester, knew just what to do next. He gave the next order without much pretext. "I've sent our man McLean, who's the grandson of McBean, out with that old law-fixing machine." Over in Patriotville there arrived on the scene an odd, airy chill and a Sneech named McLean. "Patriotville must have protection to hold the next election I'm here to present to your Congress. As you can't go outside, I'm able to provide a machine that will surely impress. It covers logistics to statistics, my law-fixing machine. It uses flugels and bugles and data scrubbing. I can solve all your troubles," Mr. McLean promised. "I'm a politician, so you can trust that I'm honest." "And just what is the name of that machine you are selling?" I can say McLean's answer was really quite telling. McLean started to grin, and without hesitation he said, "Let's begin. It's named Domination." And although his pitch had serious flaws, no Sneech would snitch, as they changed all the laws. And the Congress said nothing. A strange silence was growing, and new laws were passed without most Sneech-Pats knowing. "How easy was that?" McLean chortled with glee. "Just wait till I tell 'em, back in Cap V." Chapter 7. Now when Capitalville passed laws or rules, they applied only to the plain-tummy fools. Star-tummy Pansy Moplosi McQueen needs a $20,000 freezer just to house her ice cream. Star-tummy Ketchen Sitmore, who thinks she's quite groovy, taped off products inside stores like the villain in a movie. And did you hear about NYC's plight? Their governor used fear to lock the city up tight. Then he was seen laughing on TV in delight and riding around maskless on his bike. And California's rules made simply no sense at all, so a governor down there is getting recalled. But Patriotville's Sneeches were incredibly tough. They were returning to their beaches, 'cause they'd frankly had enough. "They've made us close all our shops and schools and lose every Sneech-Pat client. But Schnamishon doesn't follow the rules, and Schmalmart gets more and more giant." That's when some Sneech-Pats grew more suspicious, but Capitalville's leaders just grew more pernicious. Capitalville passed word laws and other legislation, from book bans and lockdowns to voter registration. First they said IDs would no longer be required. Then they said those supporting IDs should be fired. Then they said TruthSpeak supporters won't be hired. They changed the names last of figures and places. Then they said all the things from the past must be racist. Many Sneech-Pat intellectuals really did their best to bring sense to the nonsensical and explain it to the rest. Despite getting censored, Sneech-Pats kept right on speaking, and to Capitalville's chagrin, their secrets kept on leaking. Sneech doctors spoke about the germ in front of Sneech Supreme Court, but MeTube said it violated terms, and the media failed to report. They spoke of harm a face covering can do, and odd statistics for the flu. And what if Sneech babies didn't learn to smile, seeing no mouths or noses such a long while? But the scariest thing they mentioned, I venture, was that they were the scientists, and they were being censored. Scientific journals had been removed from the net since they contradicted Capitolville's claims. And internet fact-checkers, as I'm sure you can bet, got paid by bad actors to defame. Media wrote hit pieces on Sneech-Pats they disliked and discredited Truth Speak J with well-edited sound bites.